the Rosamo I Want You mashup.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh my God, who is this artist and who is the producer? D-Mile, who produced Rosamo for Lucky Day. And at that time, when I recorded that, those covers in DJ Mr. Rogers' house. And at that time, a lot of people didn't even know who Lucky was.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, this sound is it. Like, because you know everything is cyclical in music.
Yeah.
So now people are using real instruments again.
Yes. Back to it.
And yeah, we're back to like that. And so I was like, dang, this is what I'm on. Like, who is this producer? Who is this artist? That time Lucky probably had like 5,000 followers on Instagram. D-Mile, like, he ain't know me, so I sent him a message. He didn't say shit. and so went out to LA. Got in the studio with Josh Dean, and it's like 3 writers in there, and they just all, recording, vibing out. The dude that's engineering the session, Dab, turns, and he's like, hey, I heard you make music. Like, play some stuff. So I play Take a Chance, the disco version. He's just like, Burr? Girl? Where you from? So I tell him, I'm from Houston, whatever. He was like, you come up in here making disco music with this hair and these cowboy boots. Like, you heard of Lucky Day? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dang, I really want to get you in with D-Mile. I was like, who are you?
Wow.
And he don't even know that I recorded the cover. I didn't tell him then either.
Okay.
Because it hadn't been out yet. We hadn't cut the video or anything. So I just was just like, uh-huh. And he's like, yeah, like, I wrote on Rosamo. I was like, you wrote that?
Yeah. Big shout out to Dad.
Yeah. And so he's like, yeah. Well, are you going to be here next week? It's Grammy week. I'm like, no, I got to get back to work like a regular nigga. And so he was like, all right, well, what you doing tomorrow? So basically, we end up going to their crib the next day and just all chilling out and talking, fellowshipping and stuff. And Dad was like, okay, it was Sunday then. I was leaving Monday. He was like, I know you got to leave, but let's try to get something done. So Monday, I check out of my Airbnb. I go to the studio before my flight. My flight's like at 2. But it gets like pushed back to 4. So while we're in the studio, we end up writing and recording Relax. Like that Beans and Cornbread. I played the track. Dad was like, oh, let's do this. Like, let's fuck with this one. So we end up writing and recording the song in like an hour. And then I got on the plane and left. And I sent it to Beans and Cornbread. And I'm just like, oh, I hope they like it because I like it. Beans is like, this is crazy. I'm going to redo the drums. I got to redo. He was like, nobody's ever made me have to go back and like, redo my own production. Yeah. Because initially the track was intended for 0. Really? And I don't know what happened with it, but they had that track done for years. Really? It's like 2012 or something.
Wow.
And so the drums were like hitting at first. It was like it was like hard drums. Yeah. But I'm talking about relaxing.
I understand.
So Beans was like, I got to fix these drums. And I'm just like, nah, it hit. He was like, no. Just let me fix the drums. So he was like, I'm going to add some like Marvin Gaye, like Come Live With Me, Angel drums. I'm like, oh, now you speaking my language. Like, I love the I Want You album. It's like one of my favorite albums ever. So he ended up fixing the drums or changing the drums because they was tight from the beginning. And then from there, I was like, we got one. Like, I know we got one. So we probably finished that like in the summer or something or like spring. And then at some point I was just like, y'all, like I told them and Dab, I was like, let's just put it out. And they were like, okay. And so we started shooting for it. But like how me and Riot Muse do stuff, we just kind of do stuff on a whim. Like it's always like, we always have a plan for stuff.
Yeah.
But when you listen to that song, it has like psychedelic roots in it. So we knew that it was supposed to look like how it looked. Like we knew we wanted to bring out the fro because like it's funny because my natural hair is a fro. So people are always like, when I have my fro, they're like, you be acting different when you got your fro. And it's like a different personality. And that personality is Sugar. It's Sugar Love. So we just decided to play up on that and like, let's bring the fro out and let's make this song. Because I have different personalities when I sing. So that song is like a Sugar song. It's just, it's real busy. Say you like real just chill, Yeah. Lenora is more like whimsical, like Lenora is like a down south Diana Ross. It's like she's like
that's
a fairy
godmother. That's what I was
godmother.
say. Lenora's like Diana Ross.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And then Sugar is like unapologetic. She's like busy. Mm-hmm. you say you way too busy. I hope it's not for nothing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we knew that we was gonna
Sorry,
give her.
Mom.
I know. Well, nigga, not a bad word.
I don't know. What does your mom think?
My mom says nigga sometimes.
But what
Sometimes.
does she think?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
well,
wanna say-
you
I
know
don't even
what?
wanna say.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
Ninja.
She'll let you know.
Ninja, please.
Yeah.
So, we knew we wanted to pick the fro out for that, and we knew we wanted to give it a storyline because me and Ryan Muse, we love movies, we love cinematic things. But the other thing is like I'm an indie artist, so we're working with a limited budget, right? So we were like, how can we? That's always our thing. How can we package this in a way that's thoughtful, that's artful, and intentional, but with the budget that we have?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
we were just like, okay, well, we had some ideas, and part of those ideas were advertising. And we just thought it was so brilliant, like commercials and advertising, because my world at Forward Times is that.
Yeah.
So we were basically telling a story about me, but framing it as Sugar Love. Because if you watch, so how we first rolled it out, we shot the artwork. First of all, the cover artwork, we shot in my garage at home. And then, so everything we do is like DIY. And then after we did that, we shot the commercials. So like the Relax Repellent.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, that commercial.
So basically the reason
really
we shot,
clever.
thank you, the reason we created these like faux products, people really be thinking they real too.
Yeah.
But the reason we shot these
I
faux
thought
products,
they were real.
they are real.
I thought for a second, I was like, oh.
One day, we kept the spray for the Relax Repellent and the pill bottle for the chill pills because I was like, one day they're going to be like worth a lot of money. So I'm going to
They
keep
will.
them.
And you'll be like, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
This
I
is
think,
one, This is one of one.
Yeah.
it's one
the
of
only
one.
one you can get.
This was the very beginning, y'all.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of Ranch. So, we
you got to explain that later.
I am. Okay,
Yeah.
so we started with the repellent because both products, the chill pills and the repellent, went inside of this whole high ass story we came up with. And so in this story, basically Sugar Love ends up accidentally killing her lover, her two-timing lover, who was cheating. Yeah, accidentally.
The man eater.
The man eater.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So she ends up accidentally killing him because she invites him over. He's cheating on her with somebody from the paper. Sugar Love is a reporter. She's an editor, rather. And
Wait, is this a real story?
That's
Because
what she said.
you know what I'm
based
saying?
really close.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said it's based
It is.
close. Yeah.
Yo.
It's not real.
Yeah.
not this part.
Okay. Okay.
No.
She
Okay.
didn't kill a man. but
No.
damn.
No, she didn't kill a man,
Didn't know
but
Ninja cheat on me with nobody from my job. I told you I work with my family. That would be real scandalous.
it would be, and we'd have the scoop.
Well, there are other people there that aren't in my family.
Okay,
But
okay.
no, that part didn't happen. But basically, Sugar has this man, Willie, and Willie is, she catches wind that he's been going behind her back hanging out with Tammy, who works at the Girls Time newspaper. That's what it's called. And when she finds out, she's like, okay, let me invite, because, I've been trying to get some one-on-one time with him. He keeps saying he's busy. He's doing all this stuff. Let's just have a night to ourselves. So she invites him over for a little nightcap to spice things up since she feels a little threatened. And she ends up giving him she spikes his drink with the chill pills, his whiskey.
And accidentally.
She accidentally puts like 5 chill pills in there.
Just kills him accidentally.
And
Accidentally, yeah.
she also sprays the Relax Repellent, which is a room spray that's supposed to like calm him down and arouse him. This is it's funny. And so once she finds out that, okay, so we knew that's where we were with the story. So we were like, how funny would it be to create commercials for the Relax Repellent and the Chill Pill since we implemented those products into the story? Mm-hmm. And a part of that was just us like wanting to, we've been wanting to do some like commercial, like faux advertising stuff because it shows, it really shows the audience what Riot Muse can do in terms of like visually and like creatively and like creating logos and just ideas and concepts. And then for me, like, I love doing jingles and stuff. So we were like, well, let's just do that and like have Beans and Cornbread do the music to it. So they set the music to it as well. And then we have the interrogation room scene where it kind of ties all that together. Because we wrote the commercials out first on Instagram and people were like, whoa, what is this? And then we did the interrogation room scene with Sugar and you can hear Beans and Cornbread's voices as the interrogators, the detectives. And they're kind of cornering me. And first Sugar's lying about it. She's like, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but I don't know who this man is. Sorry to this man. But she's just like, yeah, I didn't see him that night.
I've never seen this man before in my life.
And so that's why we call it the interrogation room scene. Sorry to this man. And so shout out Keke Palmer. And so basically they're asking me questions. And first I'm kind of lying about it, but I'm telling people in a creative way. Sugar is that like what I do. Like she's she's a reporter at the Girls Time newspaper. So really, it's telling people what I do.
Who
Lenora.
you are and what you are.
Yeah, in a different way. That's not so like blatant and So basically, after that, we have the interrogators like catching her in her lie. They're like, hey, like, sis, you lying. And we have people that said they saw this dude like leaving your house at the time, like or arriving at your house at the time of his disappearance. And so, Sugar cracks and she's like, it was an accident. But was it an accident is the question, because she's so passé about it. She's just like, it was an accident. Sue me. And they're like, this is beyond a lawsuit, ma'am. Like, this is murder.
Yeah.
And then the gruesome part about it is that they're like, we found his blood in your kitchen. Like, if he overdosed, like, why is that? And I'm like, I panicked. I grabbed a kitchen cleaver.
Oh, so you definitely murdered.
Dismembered this guy.
So
panicked.
That's where we are in the story.
Grabbed a cleaver and dismembered him.
So there is more to this story.
There's more to the story.
Coming.
There's more.
There's more story. There's more Beans and Cornbread music.
Yeah.
There's
okay.
And there's more sugar.
I hope there's more. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We may or may not have a remix coming out with the feature.
Oh, okay.
And
what's this feature?
Well,
I can't say it.
Can't say.
Yeah, I can't say it.
I was just gonna try. I gotta try.
I gotta see what you're gonna say.
Okay, I'll give you a guess.
Wait a minute.
Is it a number?
Oh, you gotta give us like a hint.
No, because then y'all gonna know.
Can you tell us off camera?
Because I might be swinging for the fences. Beyonce.
Oh, how did you know?
And Jay-Z with DJ Khaled.
No, I'm saying I was swinging for the fence. I mean, like.
Yeah, I gave the queen 8 bars.
And see, now that I said Beyonce, it's like Beyonce, Salon.
Now that you gonna start at Beyonce, like, what if I tell y'all not excited no more?
Exactly. That's why we said you're like,
Maybe I'll tell y'all after. But
tell us after. Tell us after.
Yeah. So we may or may not have a remix coming. And yeah, we need to everybody needs to harass Beans and Cornbread so that we can make more music together.
I know.
Beans be in South America
with
Antarctica. Yeah.
I missed that show and I was so mad.
I know. I had a show
cover somebody else
myself, and I missed it too.
I wanted to see that show so bad.
I know, and I always joke with Beans because Beans is so chill. First of all, I say that they're like Beans and Cornbread are like fancy to me. Like I be telling them they're chill, but they're also bougie. So I don't call them Beans and Cornbread. I call them lentils and brioche.
Wow.
I call beans lentils and I call cornbread brioche.
That's cute.
So I always say
they
lentils.
Gotta put that on a beat tag.
Yeah.
Lentils
and brioche.
Yeah.
Brioche.
Yeah.
So. I was joking with them because that day I had a show. I played a wedding the day of the Khruangbin show, and the wedding was at Minute Maid Park. Like, they got married on the baseball field, and then I played a show in the Diamond Club.
That's awesome.
It was insane. But I couldn't make the show, and so after I was texting lentils, and I was like, Beans. Sorry, I seriously called this man lentils.
Keep calling lentils.
Yeah. I text lentils because, they had the after party at the Flat. And everybody knows I love the Flat, and everybody knows I love lentils. So I was like, okay, let me, I'm definitely coming to the after party. We show up to the after party. The line is like down the street and wrapped around the corner.
Really?
I've never seen a line at the Flat.
At the Flat?
I text them.
Yeah, they just had the show. Like, they said, we're going to the Flat.
They famous.
Yeah, they famous. And the Flat holds 30 people. So
and I told them, I told Lentils, I'm like, oh, you famous. He was like, not really.
No,
I don't think
so
he
cool.
understands.
He be chilling.
Both of them don't act like they're like
like
famous.
Exactly.
Like,
but they are.
You're famous.
They're famous.
Yeah.
Like super.
Yeah,
famous.
and you
like I'm mad I missed the show. I still want a shirt that like they need to make shirts and y'all ain't got like 3Xs, 2Xs. Never mind, that's my own personal thing. But yeah,
you'll get that shirt.
We'll have
definitely.
some merch for you and your
Definitely.
size.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
what's up.
yes.
Oh, ranch.
Yes, please explain.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did one of the podcasts where I told y'all it was at my homie house. It was nothing like this.
Yeah, I saw. You was sitting on the floor or on a
Let
couch?
me tell you I was sitting on the couch, but let me tell you the wild thing about that podcast. They made an Incredible Hulk for me before the show started.
Oh, because you was loosey-goosey.
Oh, yeah.
You was out there.
And then on that show, they passed God's
things.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
God's green
I'm gonna bring
grape.
it up.
Marijuana, it's
I didn't
what
want
it's
you.
called.
I didn't want to get you in trouble with your mom. I don't
Yeah.
know if she would or not. So yeah, that's why we left it alone. But go ahead.
Sorry, Mom. But we were passing it around, and so everybody was just chilling. So, of course, at that point, your mind is just like, it's just open, just so many possibilities. And I was talking, and I'm just, we're talking about relax, and I was like, you know what? I love blue cheese. I do love blue cheese. And I know a lot of people don't like blue cheese. And I do like ranch as well on certain things. But ranch for me, like, it's a safe thing. It's like, it's generally accepted from everyone. Blue cheese, I can understand it's an acquired taste. I like it. But I can understand when I taste it why people don't. Still love it. But I was saying that I feel like a lot of my music is like blue cheese. And that I really, really like it. And I feel like the people that really like it will really like it. But it's an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heard relax, I was like, this shit is ranch. This is ranch.
She found
This
her
is what you
ranch.
put
I
on the
found my
wing.
ranch
Okay.
because I
Okay.
knew, I was like, everybody's going to get with this song. My mom likes that song. My mom like pretty much only listens to gospel music. She loves gospel music.
Sounds like it.
But she's like, put that ranch.
Yeah.
Sounds like my mom.
But
too.
she
Yeah.
likes it.
Yeah.
And the song, what's funny, like, people made it a smoking song, and I knew when we made it that it kind of gave me that vibe, but I was like, we really aren't talking about smoking in it. And there's it's a clean song. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
radio
There's
ready.
nothing
There's no
that-
cussing in it or anything.
Miraculous.
I know. And so I was just like,
Miraculous.
Yo, did we really create a bop that all ages like can vibe to? Like, that's
You
what
got
I
your
love
ranch,
about it. I
your
got
Hidden
my
Valley.
ranch.
Did you make
High
ranch?
five.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, did you make ranch? You like, we made some ranch.
We made some ranch,
They
y'all.
made some ranch. Bringing it all back, man. Making ranch. Doing everything positive. That's a positive thing.
You
Not
know?
cursing
Not cursing.
Exactly.
And making moms happy.
and staying awake while we're
making
driving.
moms
We learned
happy.
a lot of things. We stay awake while we drive. We
Yes.
don't curse.
Yeah.
We
always make the Essence Fest.
still go to
yes.
Essence. You go to
Yeah.
Essence
No matter
regardless.
what.
Regardless.
Regardless,
You put
go.
that brace on.
You go to Essence.
And we are a part
Yes.
of the rhythm nation.
You go up yonder, down I-10,
and you growl.
and you
And
growl.
you growl. You growl.
Now, simply.
All right, I'm juiced up.
Yeah,
Come on.
juiced up. Where can we find you?
You can find me in Hiram Clark. No, I'm just like Third
No, I'm
Ward.
talking about-
No, I'm talking about. All of my social media is Sincerely Lenora.
Sincerely Lenora on
Yep,
everything.
On everything.
That's what's up. Sincerely Lenora on IG, Twitter, all of that. Well, once
Facebook.
again, Facebook. Forget about Facebook, the Book of Faces, because it's for old people.
I always forget
Oh,
about
I
my
know.
God.
It is for old people. Once again, this is an In My Humble Opinion podcast. And I'm Avery, like a very nice guy, also known as Carlton Bake, Charlton with a K, B-A-N, triple X. Ding, yes, you did
spell
it.
your name for a second?
Yeah, I forget how to spell my name a lot of times. We're also here with Devon, just Devon, the co-host. Say your name.
Just Devon. There we
All
go.
right, just
Yeah,
Devon.
yeah.
And that's what it is. It's, in my humble opinion, where the opinions are humbled and the words aren't jumbled. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Did you? Bang. What the?